Do you know what makes Emma Myers attractive? Welcome to another episode of Facial Aesthetics by PinkMirror.com. Ever wondered why Emma Myers looks so radiant on screen? One secret is her wrinkle-free skin, not a fine line in sight. In the beauty science world, having no visible lines is like winning the genetic lottery. Research shows that women with smooth, lineless skin are seen as more youthful and attractive. It's the timeless radiance effect. No wrinkles equals eternal 21 vibes. Think of celebs like Kendall Jenner, whose forehead is as smooth as a marble countertop. Such wrinkle-free skin tricks our brains into thinking youth and health, whereas deep wrinkles signal aging and even make people subconsciously think you're tired or upset. Emma's face gives us zero worry lines to worry about, and that automatically cranks up the beauty dial. In short, Emma's got the kind of skin that makes even Botox jealous. Science confirms it's a huge win for her attractiveness. In this episode, we're eyeing Emma's eyebrows, those face-framing felines. Emma's brows fall into the groomed category, neat and maintained, kind of like Billie Eilish's laid-back but tidy arches. Sounds good, right? It is, just not great. Beauty science actually ranks sharply defined brows as the real head-turners. In fact, in a 3-tier brow beauty scale, sharp brows are rated most attractive, groomed are only average, and bushy. So Emma's groomed brows are decent. They show she owns a tweezer, but to max out her brow game, a more precisely sculpted arch would help. Picture the crisp, high-definition brows of Gwen Stefani or Nicole Scherzinger, which give their eyes extra drama. Even a subtle tweak could potentially boost her beauty score a notch or two. Proof that sometimes the beauty is in the brow details. Look into Emma Myers' eyes, and you'll notice something science deems gorgeous: an upturned canthal tilt. In plain speak, the outer corners of her eyes sit slightly higher than the inner corners, giving a subtly cat-eyed, lifted look. Why does this matter? Well, studies, University of Toronto, found that women with this positive eye tilt were preferred in attractiveness 93% of the time. That's an almost unanimous eye vote in her favor. They add a naturally smiling, energetic spark to the face. By contrast, a downward tilt can make eyes look a bit droopy or tired. Emma lucked out here. Her peepers have that built-in smize. Scientifically, this tilt makes her gaze more attractive, sharper, and yes, even more feminine and inviting. It's like her eyes are literally uplifting her beauty game, and the world is wired to notice. Emma's nose is cute, no doubt. She has a rounded nose tip, which, while common and perfectly fine, isn't the top of the beauty charts. In the grand scheme of nose shapes, a pointed tip is considered the most refined and attractive, a round tip is middling, and a bulbous, very round tip trails last. Emma's in the middle of that pack. So what's the point about a pointy nose? Definition: a more sculpted tip gives the nose a delicate, well-defined look. By contrast, a rounder tip, Emma's style, can make the nose look a tad wider or less defined. Think of Jessica Biel. She's often lauded for her elegant, tapered nose tip that perfectly balances her face. But beauty science says a sharper tip could harmonize Emma's features even better. Emma's round nose tip gives a friendly vibe, but a touch more definition could take it from simply cute to camera-ready chic. Time to give Emma's chin some much-deserved applause. Emma has a short, petite chin, and guess what? That's a major plus in female attractiveness. Studies out of St. Andrews University found that extremely attractive female faces tend to have a smaller chin and higher cheekbones. In evolutionary terms, a dainty chin is a sign of femininity. It sets women apart from men, who generally have the big block jaw chins. In fact, psychologists have noted that men are instinctively drawn to baby-faced features in women. Think big eyes, small nose, and yes, a small chin. Those traits scream youth and fertility, pulling at some ancient part of the male brain. Emma's chin fits right into that sweet spot. It gives her face a gentle, delicate contour instead of a heavy jaw. It's the kind of chin that doesn't jut out or steal the spotlight, and in doing so, it actually boosts her overall harmony. Let's talk jawlines, where Emma's face finds a bit of constructive criticism. She has a soft, curved jaw shape, which is very feminine, but in terms of aesthetics, it's a double-edged sword. A well-defined jawline is universally seen as a sign of youth and health. Emma's curved jaw, however, blurs that line a touch. It's rounded and gentle, which keeps her face looking soft, but but can also make the face appear less taut or snatched than an angular jaw would. Picture the difference. Paula Patton's sharply defined jaw could probably cut a cake, while a softer jawline might struggle to make a dent in Jell-O. Emma's jaw shape is by no means bad. In fact, it gives her a friendly, youthful fullness. But if we're nitpicking, a bit more angle could add that extra oomph to her profile. Emma's curved jaw might be ultra-feminine, but a touch more jaw definition would truly make her beauty jaw-dropping. Which celebrity do you want to analyze next? Curious about your own facial aesthetics? Then visit PinkMirror.com.